Nice of you to drop in.
I'll come for you, Joker. You're going back to Arkham.
Alright, now let's go back to the newer Pokemon we were talking about. That was it from last week's news, I think. Oh, no. Before I forget, the demo, I was supposed to talk this, but the demo is already out, so you guys can try it out if you haven't yet. And next thing we're going to be talking about, oh yeah, in the demo, I did find some things in the demo stuff. I got the Greninja, I got some special items. They have special time-specific events that happens in the thing, if no one has ever seen it yet. But, so far the demo's pretty fun. And then one of the new Pokemon we're going to be talking about is the ones that were announced today, on October 27th, 2016. We have the final evolutions of the starters. The first one is Rowlet's final evolution, the Dalsulai. I can't pronounce that so well, but it's the Arrow Quill Pokemon. Somehow it switches from Grass Flying to Grass Ghost in its final evolution, and it stands at 5 feet 3 inches, and it weighs 80.7 pounds, and its ability is Overgrow. So with this Pokemon is able to move about completely masked in its pressure from others. Once an opponent has lost sight of it, it seizes its chance to attack. It's unaware of its unawares. That's kind of weird how they said it. I don't know if I'm saying it right. In tenths of a second, plucks an arrow quill from within its wings, and sends it hurtling towards its target in high speeds. So it can pull out its feather arrows and shoot it in a very quick way, very fast, without no one knowing. Well, they act cool. Yeah, they have when it's I don't know. It's it has its own personality this way, where it's terribly frustrated in unexpected situations, like a surprise attack. And this Pokemon is skilled in boost of can boost acrobatically curve shots, so it might be able to do curving the arrow itself. It can reach up to the sky and piercing multiple targets. And its new ability, its signature move is it's called Spirit Spirit Shuckle. I don't think I pronounced it right, but it is a ghost type physical move that only this Pokemon can learn, and an opponent hit by it, they become unable to flee from battle or switch its allies. Next, we have the final evolution of Lytton, Incineroar. It is the Heal Pokemon. It is a Fire Dark type, and it stands at 5 feet 11 inches, and it weighs 183 pounds, and its ability is Blaze. These have as its fighting spirit increases, the flames that Incineroar produces within its body bursts from its navel and waistline. Since the flames somewhat resemble a championship belt, they're known as a flame belt. and the Pokemon unleashes moves that uses flames on it. In the heat of battle, Incineroar shows no concern of its opponents, and sometimes even launches attacks that strike the opposing trainer. As a result, many tend to dislike this Pokemon and keep it at a distance. If a crowd watching its battle is pumped up, Incineroar's fighting spirit will burn brighter, but a lackluster crowd can lose its focus or fight. So I don't know how to pronounce that either. When it receives the I can't pronounce that, of young Pokemon and children, it may keep up its cool attitude on the outside, but its heart of hearts, Incineroar is meanly happy. I can't pronounce that. I think I'm saying that right or not. It loses its desire to fight when faced with a Pokemon that clearly weak or injured, and it sometimes can take advantage of it as a result. Dark Lariat is a dark type move that only Incineroar can learn, and it allows Incineroar to deal damage while ignoring effects of any status change that the target may otherwise be affected by. Okay, and now the final evolution of a certain sea lion Pokemon. Populo's final evolution, primaria, I think I'm pronouncing the name right, is the soloist Pokemon. It is a water fairy type. Its height is at 5 feet 11 inches. It weighs 95 pounds. I mean, not 95, 97 pounds. And its ability is Torrent. As it dances, primaria, it's kind of hard to pronounce it right, releases bubbles of water into the around the area of itself, moving them using the sound waves of its voice. The sight of moonlight reflects off of its glittering balloons, creates a magical scene since Primaria controls its balloons using its voice. Any injury to its throat can become a grave problem. Its greatest enemies can awry environments and overuse its voice during back-to-back battles. Among the balloons that she releases, some explode when touched, while others do not. It jumps on a non-exploding balloon while they make spout their opponents, and they use exploding variety to trigger chain explosions. She sings many variations, and each one changes the motivations of the balloons. It has been observed that the song are shared among Primaria living together. So different colonies end up knowing different songs. Knowing different songs. Sparkling Aria is a water type move that only Primaria can learn, and it heals the burns of any target it strikes. Next, we have the other guardians of Alola. First, the other guardian, first with one of the guardians, this is the land spirit Pokemon. This one is a grass fairy. It stands at 6 feet 3 inches and is 103 pounds. It knows, its ability it knows is Grassy Surge. Though, this one manipulates the vegetation of the land, causing it to grow. It can use this power on its own horns, which are made of wood, changing their shape or making them bigger. This can come in handy in battle. It's a stoic Pokemon. It is not very active. People opinions differ on whether it's docile as it seems, or whatever or if the reason it doesn't move much can chalk up to simple laziness. This Pokemon doesn't like unnecessary battles or fighting other Pokemon because of this. It makes loud ringing noises with its tail to nearby its presence. Though it may not like battling, it says on here, it shows no mercy when dealing evildoers, sorry. It's said that when thieves once break into its ruins, it punished them by swinging trees around like massive clubs. And this Pokemon learned nature's madness, an attack that slams an opponent with all the nature rage, reduces the target's health by half. And its ability it's called Grassy Surge. Is an ability no Pokemon has previously had. Which Grassy Surge, the field will turn into a grassy terrain when Topoli appears in battle, boosting the power of any grass type moves used by a Pokemon on the ground and restoring a bit of HP to them each turn. So this is it's like a feel effect. It gains power and gains some health at the same time. So next one we're gonna be talking about its other friends. The other two, the other two are left. As long as this page tries to load up. This is definitely going to be separated into two parts. Okay. Next Pokemon. Topoli. This is a fairy psychic Pokemon. She stands at 3 feet 11 inches. Weighs 41 pounds. And its ability is Psychic Surge. There is a legend which says a long time ago, Topoli once brought an end to war between the islands of Alola, scattering its scales and smoothing the tired warriors. Topoli shattered glowing scales that physically affect others. So, her scales can heal the illness and injuries. These scales can be dangerous as well because a body can't withstand the change brought about by contact with too many scales at the same time. It will shatter its scales over humans and Pokemon for its own enjoyment. While it is innocent in one sense, there is also cruelly, in a way, brings others in ruin. So all these have the same type of thing they do. They have they use a terrain. I think the newest one is psychic terrain. It can make. I think that's also, yeah, psychic terrain. I think it's new, but no other Pokemon ever had it. So it does also have nature's madness. So it does about the same thing, but instead of it still cuts the thing in half, but it also in the reverse of this, it makes psychic attacks stronger and heals it like the same as the other one. Next Pokemon. Yeah, this is gonna be separated in 2 parts, so you guys can watch it. Next Pokemon is Fini. Sorry. It's a water fairy type. It's 4 feet 3 inches. It weighs 46.7 pounds, and its ability is Misty Surge. This Pokemon is able to create special water that purifies both mind and body, but Tapu Fini requires that supplements. So I don't know how to put it. Wish it to obtain the purifying water, demonstrate the strength to withstand its fog. Many humans have tried to withstand its fog in pursuit of its purifying water. Among them were some of the evil intentions, which may be reason for disgust and lack of interest in appearing to people. So it just manipulates the water. So it's Misty Terrain is the same thing as the other ones. This one is just powers of water attacks. No way. This is having damage taken by Pokemon on the ground from. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I think this is. I think this does heal up. Well, this is like a water move. Halving the damage taken from Pokemon. Oh no, it appears in battle. Halving the damage taken from Pokemon on the ground from Dragon type moves and preventing them from. I think it stops Dragon type moves a little bit because of part Fairy. I think Misty Terrain just powers up their water attacks. If I'm getting this right. But it makes a lot of fogs and doesn't want to appear to humans as much. And maybe this is the Pokemon that makes all the fog in the Sinnoh region, maybe. But I'm just guessing. And next Pokemon we have is this one, that the Cosmog is the Nimbial Pokemon. I think I'm pronouncing that. The Psychic type is only 8 inches tall. It weighs 2 pounds, and its ability is unaware. An extremely rare Pokemon that is known to only a select few in Alola at one time. It was known as one of the kings of Alolas and their heirs, and it was called the Child of the Stars. The Aether Foundation is researching this unusual Pokemon, and one of the professors of the foundation recently dubbed it Cosmog. Cosmog is very curious, and it shows no fear of people or Pokemon. If you treat it in any condition at all, it will immediately intimidate liking to you. Takes an intimidate liking to you or something. I'm saying right. But this personality trait often leads to it into danger. Its gaseous body is so lightweight that it's sent flying when the wind blows. When light falls into this Pokemon, Cosmog absorbs it and grows. Next Pokemon after this is Lamentin Persian. Lamentin Persian is the classic cat Pokemon. It's a dark type. Its height is 3 feet 7 inches. It weighs 72.8 pounds, and its ability it can have is Fur Coat or Technician. If I'm looking at this Pokemon, it has a big head. So the round face of a Lamentin Persian is a symbol of the rich lowland region. It is held to be a Pokemon of great beauty. Persian are well protected. Required before strict inspections required for tourists can be permitted to take one back to their home region. Oh, you have to have with this Pokemon, you have to have permission to take this back to wherever you're from. Take one back, but because these are rare Pokemon. But I don't know. This thing looks like Garfield. His face just reminds me of Garfield when he eats too much. Nah, like I do like the design because I do like cat Pokemon, but I don't know. I like the gem is a different color on its head. But this is like it says that this Persian is very intelligent, a high opinion of it has a high opinion of itself. It's a difficult Pokemon to have as a partner in battle. It's sometimes difficult to have this as a partner, but sometimes you can make it work. It has a very unique fur. So with this Pokemon, it's mostly in it does more counter attacks, something like that. From what I'm reading on here, it's like taking them by their counter attacks. They also do surprise attacks too. So they just what everyone is saying, this is like a spoiled cat in a way. Oh yes, next thing we're gonna be talking about is something else. But overall, Lamentin Persian looks very good. Next thing we're gonna be talking about is the battle tree where strong opponents awaits. We talk about this. You scout partners to battle alongside you. So you have you can find trainers to team up from previous games because they're also building the Elite Four on top of the Icy Mountain on top. So you can team up with either Cynthia or Wally in this tree, and also you get to meet the return of Red and Blue/Green. If you're in Japan, you know them as Green. So I don't know how old they are. They might be in their late 20s or 30s. I'm just guessing. Either way, but they do look older. But you're gonna be battling both Red and Blue, or Blue/Green. Yeah, like I said here, they're gonna be building the league. So they're starting to build a league here in the tall icy mountain in the Lola. But they have plans to construct it there. You after you take on the trials on the Lola, you get to go see if you're the strongest trainer in the Pokemon League of the Lola region. Very cool stuff. I don't know. I think it's called the Battle Tree, the location where you be going. So it looks like every strong trainer from other regions could be in here. You can team up and battle. And the last thing we're going to be talking about, we have more exclusive Z moves revealed. We have the Guardians of Alola Z move. So as the guardian deities of the Alola region, the Tapu can use the special Z move Guardian of Alola. When using the Z move, the Tapu close their shells and a huge avatar appears on the ground to attack the opponent. The Pokemon dealing damage equal to 75% of the target's remaining health. So this thing has like a body coming up made of energy, like a construct body, and they put themselves on it to become the head of it and smack down on whatever Pokemon in there. some very cool stuff in this shit. This look like it's gonna be the most hyped up game, but the good hype that people keep coming back more and more to play. I think that's it for now in this Pokemon news video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.